All right, let's talk about the startup world. You hear it all the time, right? Move fast and break things. But what if all that speed is just motion, not actual momentum? Today, we're going to dig into this really sneaky trap that makes teams feel super productive while they're actually shipping, well, nothing. It has a name, and it's called thrashing. So first up, let's really get into this whole idea of being busy versus actually moving forward. You know that feeling, right? The office is buzzing, everyone's typing like crazy, but that finish line, it just keeps getting further away. We're going to break down the classic signs of a team that's working really hard, but maybe not so smart. So let me just ask you this, straight up. Does your team seem constantly, overwhelmingly busy? I mean, picture it. Slack is just on fire, the calendars are basically a solid wall of meetings, and every single task is flagged as urgent. It's this whirlwind of activity, this kind of controlled chaos that makes you feel like you're absolutely crushing it, doesn't it? Okay, but here's the real gut check question. Is anything actually shipping? Are you getting real value out the door to your customers? Because so often, all that frantic energy just leads to missed deadlines and that awful soul-crushing feeling of running on a treadmill. You're sweating, you're exhausted, but you haven't gone anywhere. So what is going on here? This feeling, it actually has a name. And to figure it out, we've got to look a little deeper than just the symptoms. It's time to put this whole problem under a microscope and diagnose the real, hidden condition that's just draining all of your team's energy. And here is the big insight, the thing you have to get. This is not a speed problem. Your team is probably working as hard and as fast as they possibly can. This is a focus problem. And the great news is, once you can name it, you can start to fix it. This isn't about blaming people for not working hard enough. Nope. It's about fixing the broken system that they're stuck inside. And there it is. The diagnosis is something called the Thrash Tax. Just think of it like this invisible tax you have to pay every single time a new top priority gets dropped on the pile. It's the cost of switching from one task to another, of all those meetings, of all the rework. It's what turns your team's sprint into a hamster wheel. Lots and lots of motion, but zero momentum. And make no mistake, this Thrash Tax has a very real cost. You can see it, you can feel it. The bill comes due in the form of delayed projects. Your to-do list just explodes with half-finished ideas. And that big ship date you had circled on the calendar? Yeah, that just becomes a suggestion. That right there, that is the tax at work. Okay, so we've got the diagnosis. Now what? What's the cure? Well, thankfully, it is not some massive, complicated, multi-year plan. The fix is actually a really simple but super powerful little patch you can apply like right now to stop the bleeding and get your focus back on track. And here's the solution. It's this brilliantly simple three-part mantra. First, one goal, not two, not your top five, just one, a single primary objective. Second, one owner, one person who is ultimately accountable for seeing that goal through. And third, one definition of done. Everyone, and I mean everyone on the team, needs to know exactly what success looks like. This simple patch just starves all the ambiguity and it kills the thrash. So let's look at what happens. What's the impact when you actually apply this patch to a team that's been stuck in that thrashing cycle? Well, the change isn't just a little noticeable, it's completely transformational. You go from this chaotic, circular motion to focused, forward momentum. And here it is, the before and after. On the one hand, you're sprinting in circles, you're juggling all these conflicting priorities, you're losing so much time just switching between tasks. And the result? Slipping ship dates again and again. But after you apply the patch, the team is laser-focused on one goal with one owner. And the result? Things actually launch. Your progress chart finally starts moving up and to the right. That is real momentum. So here's the thing I really want you to take away from all this. If your team is busy, but they're not shipping, it's almost never a people problem. It is a system problem. All that chaos and those missed deadlines are just symptoms of a scattered focus. So fix the system with this simple patch of clarity, and you let your amazing team do what they really want to do, build and ship great stuff. So that just leaves one question for you. What's the one goal you're going to focus on next?